Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not.
All right, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Woo, woo, woo. Put in the edit so we can have that. Okay, so I am going to spoil Joker. If you have not heard it, don't turn it off. Don't turn the podcast off. Just turn it down for a couple seconds or just buffer forward. Okay, so here's the thing. Earl and I saw Joker. We walked out. We had the exact same response. Couple questions. One, why is Thomas Wayne an asshole? Doesn't make any sense. Okay. The whole thing with this whole story is like you feel for this guy, right? Like you feel, what's his name? Albert? What's his name? Arthur. Okay, so you feel for Arthur, right? Like he has this horrible life and everyone's always picking on him. He's always getting bullied and he has mental illness and no one understands. Like totally get it. All right. But then they have this ridiculous twist where he thinks he's Thomas Wayne's son. He's not Thomas Wayne's son. And he's like taking care of his dying mom and like this whole thing. And then it turns out that Thomas Wayne is actually an asshole. What's the point of Batman if Thomas Wayne's an asshole? It makes no sense. Why would you make him mean? He punches them in his face. Nobody does. Who does that? Like this, you have this sick, sad man thinking that he's your son and your response is to punch him in the face. Obviously the violence is unwarranted, but like, hello, of course someone's going to snap. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. So someone from comic book land explain that to me because I was under the impression that Batman's father was nice. Right?
Yeah, I think that was the whole point. They were like, oh, wait, but you don't know Batman's parents. You don't know their history. I thought the film was, like, fine. I thought Hakeem was great. My whole thing was, why are the Waynes in this? Like, I don't care about them. I want to see his story.
Right.
And in my mind, it's like, all right, so you have a bunch of black people in here for some reason. Like, a bunch of black people. I'm like, okay, how about this? You X out all of like the Batman Wayne stuff. You make it like a commentary on like class warfare and like war on drugs because he's crazy, right?
Right.
And it's like, yo, how am I needing my meds? It's like, yo, you have an opportunity to make this something like kind of crazy, and you could actually go and talk about like the state of our society right now, and you just like made it another comic book tie-in.
Right. And he like they kind of even made Thomas Wayne a little Trumpy. Didn't he feel Trumpy?
He was Trumpy. And it's like, if you're going to go there, then like go there and like spend time. I will sit and watch a 3-hour Joker movie because I care about the character that much. You
right.
have the opportunity to do whatever you want. Why are you going to stupid?
Yes.
Missed opportunity.
It was a missed opportunity.
I didn't like that baby Bruce Wayne lets Arthur put his thumbs in his mouth without any objection.
Whose child?
Like,
whose child?
Who's raising this?
Who's raising this child? Like why is a stranger's thumb in your mouth?
And he's just sitting there letting it happen. He's completely comfortable with it. It's jarring. I don't know. That bothered me. And like Jeremy said, the black people's roles in this film is kind of disturbing. It feels like every black character in the movie is black and brown because those kids that stole his sign.
Thank you.
To like ramp up his progression into being the Joker, and it kind of like coming out of the movie, the very last black person you see is another one of his psychiatrists, and it's like again another black person to like be in his way. I don't know.
Yes. So okay, good points. One, his psychologist not caring about anything that happens at the beginning is silly. Okay, that's like what's the point of that character, right? Second, why do they all look Latino and then they're robbing him? Okay. And then third, his girlfriend doesn't really exist. If they have made her actually have a relationship with him, the character would have been so much more compelling. Why is she a fantasy? She's there. Like, make her a part of the story. At the end of it, like, he just made it all up in his mind. That sucks.
What happened to her? Did he kill her? Did he?
No, I think he just left. It seemed like as if she was unharmed or they would have shown it. I think that would have been too much of a deep dive because he did already kill his mom, which was incredibly violent for no reason. Right? Like, didn't need to kill the mom. And the biggest thing for me, other than the girlfriend, which was a huge problem in Thomas Wayne, was why kill Murray? Like, there's no need for him to kill him.
Yeah. It didn't feel good seeing Robert De Niro shot.
It did not feel good, and also it didn't solve the situation. Like, if Murray gets shot in the head, that whole place would freak out. Like, the woman and the man are just sitting there hugging each other like, oh my God, his head is shot off. What am I going to do? Like, no, that's not your reaction to that happening. So overall, like, I had a lot more critiques of the movie than I thought I was going to have because it looked like an all-time incredible movie. But, like, it wasn't better than Dark Knight. He was incredible. He completely got into the role. I'm with you on the black roles and like minority roles were not well done. But overall, like, good movie. How do you feel about it, Heller? You feel excited to see it now? Now that we just demolished it, I would give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Is that high?
That's pretty high.
It sounds like I did the right thing by not seeing it. For sure. But it also sounds exactly what I thought it was going to be like. Yeah. Like, I was hopeful, too, that they could spin a message that isn't just a tie-in and a commentary on superheroes. But, like, it sounds like all they tried to do is make you question whether or not Joker is the bad guy or if it's actually Batman because his dad's a dick. So that sounds terrible.
Yeah, that is exactly what I did.
like
That
Batman.
is right. And that was a walk away from the movie I did not want. And that's why of all the things that, like, I thought were weird about it, I could have maybe struggled with them into it being a overall good movie. But the Thomas Wayne thing to me is like, wait a minute. What's the point of Batman if Batman's dad is actually this terrible aristocrat that calls the entire city clowns and, like, ignites this whole fury? Like, he's the one that started it. So yeah, I get the messages of, like, mental illness and all that stuff, and I did think they did a good job of explaining why he went as crazy as he did. But there was just some missed opportunities, like you said.
Is that them trying to explain why his dad got killed, though? Because that's, like, super important. Because is that not?
No, but we already knew that. We always knew that Batman's dad and mom were killed in an alley by a quote unquote thug. Right. But in this movie, they make it seem like the build up to why they were killed is like they created this class division, right, between, like, poor people and rich people that was, like, insurmountable. And Thomas Wayne, is running for mayor to, like, help everyone, but it's in a way that's, like, very Trumpish. Like, I am going to help you because I'm so rich and I have nothing else to do but help you poor people. And, like, he called them, like, clowns. Like, he's like, you know, there's more to the story of why he called them clowns, but, like, basically he created the narrative which ignited the Gotham into tearing itself apart. So yeah, that's our review. A little longer than I intended, but yeah. So good movie. He'll still get an Oscar.
Spoilers end here.
All spoilers.